战友之声，
战友之声
Voice of Guo.Media.
Press released from Liberty Times, 13th October. Yesterday, China's exiled wealthy businessman Guo Wengui's company was sentenced to 60 billion yuan by the Chinese court, and 5 defendants were also sentenced, causing media attention. Guo Wengui said today that China has privately expressed its willingness to reconcile, but he refused it. It is also expected that the University of Texas Investment Management Company, known as UTIMCO, will terminate its investment in 1,700 Chinese-related companies. And Guo's first time wearing the U.S. Secret Service badge on his chest seems to imply that he is under the protection of the U.S. government. Guo Wengui's Beijing Zhengquan Holding Company was severely punished by the Dalian Intermediate People's Court of Liaoning Province on the 12th, and 5 employees were also sentenced again. Guo Wengui revealed today that the Chinese government has repeatedly conveyed messages to him privately, and expressed its willingness to reconcile. As long as he does not publicly expose the death of Wang Jian from HNA, as long as he does not reveal the senior Chinese officials such as Wang Qishan, as long as he does not high-profile anti-communism, Chinese government is willing to repay all his assets, release his family and employees, and to find a country between Germany, the United Kingdom, or in the Middle East, as the inspector to communicate with the United States to guarantee that Chinese government will honor the promise. However, Guo Wengui said, "Of course I reject it." Guo Wengui claimed that he will have 6 moves against the Chinese regime in the future, and will now make the first step of the first move. Guo revealed that starting next Monday, Texas University Investment Management Company, one of the largest education funds in the United States, will take the lead in cracking down on companies sanctioned by the government, and impose sanctions on Chinese companies, financial institutions, and banks, and promote all the U.S. funds will no longer invest. Guo revealed that there are 1,700 Chinese companies involved, and more than 150 financial institutions and banks included. The fund has invested in a series of Chinese technology companies including WeChat, Jingdong, and Alibaba. Now it is necessary to withdraw all funds and form regulations. Guo claimed that including the United States coalition countries, the world's funds will follow the policy of not investing in China and Chinese financial institutions. According to the press released by the official website of UTIMCO in April this year, its fund currently manages assets of $44 billion US. In January of this year, the school also rejected donations from the former Hong Kong chief executive Dong Jianhua Foundation. Guo Wengui claimed that next, China will liquidate all the debts including the national debt in the Western countries. The illegal assets of Chinese high-ranking family abroad will also be fully sealed up, and their illegitimate children who have used fake names and passports to study in the United States will be legally prosecuted. Guo Wengui said, "I am the first person in the world to announce this regulation and the sanctions. I want everyone to pay attention to the recent exchange rate of Hong Kong stocks, Shanghai A shares, Hong Kong dollars and RMB against the US dollars.